You're watching Let's Chat.
We're checking in with our friends from the Tennessee Aquarium this morning on an important release in our area. Here to tell us what to expect is Dr. Bernie Kahida. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to join you this morning. Well, thanks for joining us, I guess I should say.
No problem. Glad to be here.
So you were telling me, we're talking about lake sturgeon this morning, that they are known as living dinosaurs. Is that right, and why so?
There are fossils of lake sturgeon type animals dating back to over 100 million years ago.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the lake sturgeon. I mean, a fish, obviously. What else can we know?
They get up to 8 feet long.
Oh, wow.
The oldest one recorded is 152 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And the males have to get 15 years old before they can make babies. The females 20 to 33 years. So any recovery project with these fish is just really long term because they have such a long life.
And so you were doing a release of these animals coming up soon. How many are you releasing, and what was this process like?
Okay, normally we release our fishes in the fall, but we did a project where we measured how a little piece of wire in their nose to let us know that we release them in a certain place might affect their feeding behavior, so we kept 90 fish back to do this experiment over the winter.
Okay.
So instead of releasing these small 6-inch fish, we now have fish that are over a foot long that we'll be releasing at Coolidge Park.
And how old are these? I mean, they're about a foot long, so how old would that be?
They're just coming up on a year old.
Oh, okay, so they're still babies, kind of.
Exactly, yes.
Is that kind of the average age that you would want to release them back into the wild?
Usually hatcheries run out of room to grow them that big,
Right,
so
that
we
makes sense.
normally release them between 6 and 9 inches at about a half-year-old. But this, because we held these back, we got some nice bigger fish, and we get to release them right here in Chattanooga. Typically, we release them further upstream around Knoxville.
Well, I was going to say, talk about this area and why lake sturgeon can, live up to 150 some years and 8 feet long in our area and our rivers.
Well, unfortunately, they completely disappeared from the Tennessee River back in the 1970s.
Okay.
And in 2000, the Tennessee Aquarium, with many partners, started a project to reintroduce them. And what caused them to disappear was overfishing, poor water quality, and poor water quality below the dams. But all those three things have been fixed. It's now a state endangered fish. You've got to put it back if you catch it. And so because the habitat's recovered, we put them back in and they're growing successfully. And this project's been going on for 19 years, so it's about time to see if they're going to be making some babies out there soon.
Right. Well, that was my next question. How long have you been working on this? So about 19 years. How are you going to be able to monitor and see if there's some new babies that pop up?
So every winter we go out and we set lines and catch these fish to see how they're growing. We actually remove little plates from their side to know what age class they are.
Okay.
So every year we do a different set of plates, and so you just count them, you go, oh, this guy's from 2007.
Right.
And what we'll do is we'll put mats down below dams where they're likely to spawn that can catch eggs, and then these fish spawn right near the surface in shallow water on the riprap along the raceways below dams, so we may be actually able to see them spawning.
Oh, wow. And this can happen as early as even this year, it sounds like.
It could, and right now is about the time they'd be spawning.
All right, well, you'll have to let us know. So tell us about the release. You're working in partnership with the Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy and the Girls Preparatory School.
Correct.
Has this been a great learning experience for them? What's been their reaction?
They're really excited because some of them have come out and actually helped feed the sturgeon over this last year, and so they get to see, the fruits of their labor.
Right.
They actually get to release these fish out into the stream, and the public's invited to come. It's going to be at 4 o'clock next Wednesday below the Market Street Bridge at the kayak launch there at Coolidge Park. And we're just trying to make it a big party to release these fish into the Tennessee River.
All right, so this is happening next Wednesday, April 10th, around 4 o'clock. You said there at the kayak launch beneath Market Street Bridge. Of course, if you want to keep up with all of this and everything else happening at the aquarium, you can visit TennesseeAqua.org. Doctor, you're going to have to let me know if we have any little babies popping up. I'm excited to hear.
I will definitely
Thank
do
you so
that.
much for all of your work with the aquarium, for revitalizing our area population and fish and animals as well.
Well, thank you. I've got the best job in the world.
Hey, I would say so too. All right, we'll be right back on Let's Chat.